Hi everybody, my name is Megan Joseph, and I would just like to share with you my why. Why did I become an entrepreneur? I just have some notes that I had written. I'm a better writer than I am a speaker. So, growing up as a little girl, dreaming became as natural as breathing. I was about 5 to 6 years old, going to the local beauty school with my mom. I reflect back on being so fascinated at all the supplies the classroom held, the aroma of hairspray, perms, and the sound of scissors maneuvering. It was particularly the mannequins with the long flowing hair that caught my eye, like a child on Christmas morning. It withheld so many versatile options, the freedom and ability to create art not just on a simple sheet of paper, but on an individual intrigued me. It gave me permission for my imagination to soar. As I progressed through my childhood and adolescent years, there were times where I didn't know when to ebb and flow with life's circumstances, and I found myself prey to such monsters like anxiety, abuse, depression, and rejection. My imagination seemed to be short of nothing but a vapor of air, like it was there one minute and completely gone the next. Falling into a state where I felt that I needed the approval of others quickly began to restrain me. This happened for years. When I entered high school, the spark that once ignited the flame of passion for beauty once again hit me. Instantly. In that moment, I didn't know who I was or where I was going, but I pursued that nudging in my heart. I completed beauty school along with my high school diploma. Shortly upon graduating, I had my first daughter, and then later went on to further my education at a beauty school that was an hour away from my hometown. I learned a lot, but while continuing to be a turtle in a shell, I still wasn't aware of my purpose. What I did know was that I loved doing hair, but I also had a little one whom depended upon me. She was my motivation. My child and her is what saved me from not ever giving up. I wanted something better, something more for her than what I ever had. That was so vitally important to me. Upon graduating, I worked in a few different salons, from a high-end salon and spa that catered to your every need, to a fast-paced chain salon where you were barely nothing but a number to the company. I would begin to do very well, and then life would come and crash into me like a tsunami, leaving destruction and debris. This happened multiple times. You understand. I know you've been there. 2 steps forward, 5 pushes back. I would allow others' negativity, complaining, along with their lack of compassion and complacency to affect me. I had dreams to have my own salon, but it quickly came crumbling to the ground. Why? Because I allowed others to have that power over me. Behind the chair, about 3.5 years ago, my heart began to move strongly upon the elderly and disabled clients. The lack of respect and dignity that I believed they deserved, it failed to show before my eyes. I felt maybe I just could go and make a difference in their lives. Truly, they would appreciate it, right? So here I go, on another adventure into the healthcare field. I did that for a year. Although I loved it, I began to feel the Holy Spirit encourage me. You are made for so much more. He did this for months before I began to understand or even really trust and believe in him. I was working third shift at a local personal care home as a care manager, with a daily busy life of a homeschooling mom of 2. I feel like I scrubbed more toilets and enslaved than I did as my job description entitled to. With exceptional work ethic, striving to always go above and beyond, I was failed to be recognized. Like a zombie with no real sleep schedule, walking around with no purpose in life. Treated like a rag doll, stepped on as a doormat, then being shaken left and right in a dog's mouth, ready to be torn to shreds. Does this sound familiar? In a rapid deceleration, I quickly became into a state of depression. I was 5 months pregnant with my 3rd child, and enough was enough. I prayed and researched. I knew I was being directed back to the beauty field, but I didn't know where to start. I was fulfilling my longings of cosmetology that I so dearly missed by styling my residents' hair. 4 o'clock in the morning. I will never forget those moments, them looking into the mirror to see their after as I stood to the side of them, hands grasping their mouth for their countenance changing. I remember, it's just plain as day. I love it. Going from hopelessness to completely glowing. It was in that moment, in the twinkling of an eye, that I found my passion once again. My purpose and true calling as a person on this earth, to uplift, to empower, to validate women all over the world, to encourage them to embrace who they truly are. June 15, 2015, I quit my corporate job. 1 week later, I stumbled upon Younique. I didn't know much about them other than they were a makeup company. I knew my sister had bought their mascara a few months earlier, and I was in such denial of a great product. Until then, I found myself at her house one day, sneak in to use it. I was in love at first use. So I began. I knew I wanted freedom. Freedom from a job, multiple bosses telling me what to do, and not having 1 ounce of thankfulness and gratitude. I dreamed for the ability to work anywhere, my home, in the car, the beach, wherever it may be. No longer living less than paycheck to paycheck. I am raising my children, and it fills my heart to no degree that I can be there for them for every moment of their life, not missing 1 second because they truly do grow up in the blink of an eye. And it only began there, and now it's so much deeper. It's deeper, so much deeper. It's changing women's lives every day. It's a sisterhood of women locking arms, supporting, complimenting, and assisting one another. Our foundation is built upon and defending sexual abuse victims. Being a victim myself, so near and dear to my heart, so vitally important to me, to help other women recognize their value and embrace who they truly are. Not from the outside appearance, but know within their heart is where their beauty lies. It's about being able to be transparent and relatable, allowing you to know that you are not alone. It's about engaging and sharing that anyone can truly do this. You just have to want it for yourself. Do you believe you're worth more?